Hey guys, what's up? Tim Queen here, and today we're going to talk about the ultimate LinkedIn commenting strategy and how this strategy will help you to achieve all of your goals on LinkedIn, whether you're looking for a job, are trying to attract new customers for your business, or want to increase your influence on LinkedIn. So let's get started. Step number 1, you have to generate a list of people you want to connect with. That doesn't matter if you want to win them as a customer, or maybe you want to get noticed, you want to get on their radar, or maybe this is the hiring manager or the CEO of a company, or it's maybe like a journalist and you're like trying to create some PR opportunities. You have to make a list of all the people, meaning you have to write down a name and their LinkedIn profile. Now, where can you get started? One of the options is to go on LinkedIn search and look for all the different search parameters that you can use to find people that might be interested. You might start a generic search looking by industry. You might looking for specific job titles, or you might look for people working at specific companies. You could also look for people who are following a certain creator or for people who are writing about a specific topic. Next, check out LinkedIn groups. LinkedIn groups are organized around topics and themes, so it's very easy to find a list of very targeted people you want to build a network with. Go to the group and look who are the most active members in the community who are writing really meaningful posts in the community, or check out the member list and see if there are any people inside you might want to connect with. You can also use LinkedIn's content search to look for specific hashtag. Just search for a specific hashtag and then click on one of the posts. You will see that a lot of posts have like a little hashtag. Each of those hashtags is clickable, and when you click on them, it takes you straight to a specific hashtag website. You will find all the posts that are posting around a specific content. A lot of the content will not be great, but just scroll through the content and see what kind of content is really well written and is again like a person you might want to connect with. And last but not least, check out your own LinkedIn network. You are already connected to so many amazing people. Maybe you just forgot about some of them because they don't show up in your newsfeed or you haven't talked with them before. You can check out the member list of people you're connected with, or use the search feature. Use like the connection level and set it to first connection, and then look at for some of the other characters, like maybe some industry or like some job title or maybe some language or whatever, like is like a good criteria to make an initial match. Now that you have created a list of people you want to connect with, here's how you can make sure that you can comment on their posts. You have to create a custom feed for all of those people you just wrote down. The way you create a custom content feed on LinkedIn is you heading over to LinkedIn search and using the content filter. You're looking for posts, and then you're going to select post from people. And here you're going to select, you type in the name of the person, find the profile. Now that you remember that each person's profile picture, select them. You can roughly add about 20 people to each content filter. And what you will notice is that LinkedIn creates a custom URL which contains all the unique user IDs, and when you open this exact URL, it will open this exact search and will show you all the posts of the 20 people you have selected. Now, the trick is you have to create multiple of those feeds because, as I said, LinkedIn has a limit of like how many people you can fit in, or more precisely, there is a limit of how many characters can be included in the URL. So what you want to do is like add about 20 people, and then you saving this URL. This is your first custom feed. Then you're creating a new custom feed with 20 different people from your list. If you have 100 people, you get 5 custom URLs. And then what you're going to do, you're going to open each of those URLs, like you can go through them one by one, and you're going to see all the new posts by all the different people on the list. And this way you can make sure that you go through all the content pieces from all the people you want to engage with. Now that you have your custom feed, it's time to write your first comments. What you want to do is you want to find posts that you can add value to, and you want to write long and detailed comments, and you want to write them manually. Don't use AI. Write your own thoughts. Only add something that adds value to the conversation. Don't just like confirm like, wow, that's a great post, really agree with you. Write something that adds value, something that adds new pieces of information, and then really put in like some effort. Write at about the length of like half a LinkedIn post, like 100 to 200 words. That's kind of like the length you want to look for. And then what you want to do, before you submit your post, save it in your database. You can use like an app like Notion or Obsidian just to create like a content database of all the comments that you have written. Put in the URL of each post and then save the comment that you have written in another column. This will come in super useful later in another tip when we talk about reusing your comments and turning your comments into posts itself. Most importantly, don't be a comment vampire. Also start conversation with other people in the comment section. I would recommend between 1 and 3 comments. This will increase the perception that you are there for the conversation and that you're not following like a specific purpose of writing a comment. It's much more natural, much more organic, and this can open up opportunities with other members you didn't even know would be a great fit for your LinkedIn network. You don't just want to write comments. We have a goal here. We want to connect with the people, but don't just send them a connection request right away. Ideally, you want to have at least like 1 to 3 comment interactions before you send them a connection request. The more interactions you have and the more times you actually get the person to reply to your comment, the higher the chances is that the person who wrote a post will actually accept your connection request. So again, try to comment at least like 1 or 2 times beforehand. 3 might be better in some cases. And in a lot of cases, you actually don't have to do anything because you're going to receive a connection request from the person who created a post in the first place. And now remember the content database we talked about earlier? We can actually do a lot of fun with your comments. If you put this much effort into each comment, you can actually think about just rewriting them as a LinkedIn post itself. Just like give it a little bit of time, put into your content database, and then like after a couple of weeks, maybe you can start a conversation about the same topic, especially if the conversation of the original post went really well. And now you have a perfect opportunity to give it like a really unique spin of yours and to tag the person that you were writing the comment in the first place and get them to add some additional thoughts in your post. This is the perfect way to actually create engagement for your post. If you're someone going out and commenting all the time and then having a database with all like the similar posts that you have been commented on, you can tag all of the people and say, hey, this person wrote another great post about this the other day. You share the link of the post and then tag the person and say, hey, what do you think about this idea? And then you can share like a new idea you didn't previously share in your original comment. This is a really powerful networking tool and works really well in expanding your LinkedIn network really fast and to really establish strong connections on LinkedIn. Now that you are connected with new people, it's time to talk to them. This is the purpose of LinkedIn. It's what it's all about. Don't skip on this. There's too many people who are treating LinkedIn as collecting Pokemon cards, and then just after they receive the connect request, they never talk to the person again. You have to talk to people. You will see how many doors this opens. It's incredible. You can always add value to someone. You see them writing a post, instead of writing a comment, maybe this time you send them a private message. Maybe you can send them a PDF or a link. Maybe you can start a conversation. Sometimes you might ask them a simple question, something that is really particularly easy for them to answer based on their knowledge and expertise. Don't ask something super complicated that might fall into the category of they actually have to charge you for that. Asking them like a small thing, like a little detail that doesn't take much time to answer, where you know they know it and they will feel great about sharing their knowledge and having the satisfaction of helping another LinkedIn creator. Another thing that always works great in private messages is to give them praise for something they have done. Let's say you saw one of their posts and you left a comment and you're now connected to the person. You can send them a private message and say, thank you so much. This post really helped me figuring out X, Y, and Z, or this one was really useful because I've been thinking about this and you actually like changed my mind about like doing this. Originally I was thinking of doing X. Now I'm thinking maybe Y is a better approach. Everyone loves receiving praise and is one of the best conversation starters and almost guaranteed to receive like an answer after that. Another great topic for conversations is to make an introduction. Maybe the person is working in a particular industry. Maybe you find someone who might be interested in working with them. Or you might know someone who might be a great fit for open role that have advertised on their LinkedIn company page. Or maybe you know someone who just started a podcast and maybe you want to recommend this person to speak on this podcast and make an introduction because you really enjoy their content. It's a really powerful tool and really helps you establish and really deepen the relationship on LinkedIn. Now, in order for you to make your LinkedIn commenting strategy a success, you have to schedule your commenting time. You have to schedule your direct messages. This has to be part of your daily or weekly routine. What I would recommend to schedule at least like an hour every day. This could be, for example, early in the morning before you start work, or it could be like in your lunch break or like after hours. set up a time, like an hour, where you go through your list of custom feeds and spend the time commenting and spend the time sending direct messages to your new connections. And you will see, when you actually take this so seriously that you actually schedule engagement times and messaging time, you will get results 10 times faster than the average person who's trying this commenting strategy on LinkedIn. It's so important to be consistent, and scheduling is really a powerful way to get there. And what I would really recommend is that you're setting yourself up like a small CRM. I'm going to put some links down in the description and in the comment section of what you can do, from free option like an Excel CRM to some of the more affordable paid options. But what you want to do is you really want to schedule engagement and follow-up messages based on an individual level. Like, you have to make sure that the larger your network grows, the less time you have to spend quality time in a way with every single connection. So you have to kind of set yourself reminders. Maybe at the beginning, you might want to follow up once a week. Maybe after a while, once a month. And with like some long-term connection, it's enough to just like stay in touch every couple of months, like every 3 to 6 months. What you also want to do is you want to write important dates. What is someone's birthday? When was the birth of that child? Maybe they shared this on LinkedIn. So you can send them happy birthday. You can send them congratulations on your 5th birthday of your child. You can, or like their spouse. It really means a lot to people when you do this. A CRM is just like a really powerful way to organize your memory and to offload some of the things and take it out of your mind, so you don't have to think about it all the time. It's so much easier just to log in every day and see like a list of like, let's say 10 to 20 different dates and occasions that you might want to reach out to someone, congratulate them on a birthday, on their wedding day, on their child's day, on their new job, whatever has recently happened. And then you will notice that people really feel like way more connected to you as a person, because most people will not take the time remembering details. But if you can put it into a CRM, you can kind of shortcut the friendship building and relationship building process on LinkedIn. It's a very powerful tool. Again, check out the tools that I'm mentioning down in the description and the comment section about different CRM options and how you might set this up. And now we're coming to how all of this can actually tie into your own personal LinkedIn content strategy. Now that you have established all of this LinkedIn relationships in your professional network and you have engaged with them, you're regularly commenting on their posts, you're regularly sending them direct messages, you're connected with them, you're sending them reminders, you're sending them your well wishes on their anniversary or like on their birthday. Now it's really time to really leverage on this when you're like writing your own comment. And what you want to do is, I'm assuming you're talking about topics in the same niche as the same people. Now when you write a post, write a comment for each person for who this post is relevant to, tag them, use the @ sign, and then type in their name, then select their profile, and ask each person a unique question based on what you have talked about before. Really make sure that each person is getting a different question, and really tag each person so it looks like you actually care about what they have to say. You're not tagging each person and asking them the same question. Like, I've seen this countless times before. Some people are lazy. They just like tag the person, say, what do you think about this? Hey, person B, what do you think about this? Hey, person C, what do you think about this? If you ask a new question per person, it makes it so much more organic and believable, and people are way more likely to actually write an answer. And oftentimes you will actually figure out when you're asking a question, some other people might also want to join in because they also have a unique idea about like what the best way to do something is, and this will further increase the engagement on your post, and you will see that your post has a way better potential to go viral and be seen by the right people on your LinkedIn network. Now, if you want to learn more about how to succeed on LinkedIn, I really recommend that you check out my LinkedIn Accelerator program. It's my complete A to Z system, how to become a successful LinkedIn content creator and how to really leverage the power of LinkedIn to grow a powerful network, to get your dream job, to find new customers on LinkedIn, and to increase your authority on LinkedIn organically. This is my signature course. I am constantly updating this and creating new versions to keep you up to date with the latest developments on LinkedIn. So make sure that you check it out. You can also download my free LinkedIn hashtag guide in the description and in the pinned comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.